Over the past few months, I've done a good bit of research on the different credit cards that are out there and the rewards that they offer for different categories of spending. I sort of find it to be a pretty fun game of trying to figure out which card works best for the sort of spending that I'm doing. And having gone back and looked at my financials for 2022 and understanding how I want to spend my money in 2023, I've really put an emphasis on finding the right credit cards to reward me the most for those different categories of spending. The way I look at it is, if I'm already spending money in that category, why not get free money or free points out of it? So if you've watched my previous video, which I'll link up here for you, those are the 5 reasons why I got the American Express Platinum card. And that was specifically to cover the travel that I'll be doing this year. But one category I have not been able to decide on a card for is groceries. And this is pretty wild because according to the rate at which I'm buying groceries, in 2023, I've put an emphasis on cooking and eating at home, because once I finally did go back and track all of my spending in 2022, I realized that so much of my income was going to ordering in or eating out. And it really is such a thing that I don't feel like I need to spend money on. I just need to put the effort forward to cook and eat at home. So in 2023, I'm putting a big emphasis on doing just that. And already just tracking this year, I spent about $200 a week on food for myself and my partner. And when you add that up over 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year, I'm spending nearly $10,000 on groceries alone. So I really want to get a credit card that's going to reward that spending, because $10,000 is a ton of money. And it's money that I'm going to be spending consistently throughout the year and the years to come. So I do really want to get a credit card that's going to reward me well for it. So after a lot of research, I've narrowed down my search to 3 different credit cards that I'm now evaluating to put into my wallet for the rest of 2023, specifically for my grocery purchases. And those 3 credit cards are the American Express Gold, the American Express Blue Cash Preferred, and the Amazon Prime Rewards card. So because I'm evaluating these credit cards specifically for their grocery rewards, I'm, for the most part, gonna ignore any rewards that they offer outside of the grocery category. I know some of these cards have things like gas rewards or streaming rewards or restaurant rewards, but for purposes of this video and for purposes of what I need in my wallet, I'm gonna be looking just at the grocery rewards. So let's start with the Amex Gold card, because to be honest, I think this is one of the least interesting cards for me, but I do think it's a really good credit card for grocery reward. The thing about the Amex Gold is that it's not a cash back card, it is a points card. And those points are to be put towards travel through the American Express travel portal. So for me personally, I just got the Amex Platinum card, and I also have the American Airlines Advantage card with Citi. So I'm not really in the market for another travel card, but this card does offer 4 times rewards for groceries. So if you are like me and you are going to be spending around $10,000 a year on groceries, that's 40,000 membership reward points with American Express that could be put towards a flight for a nice vacation or an evening at a nice hotel. So this card is worth exploring if you are looking to add to your travel card portfolio. One other thing about this, which I consider to be a con for this card, is that it does come with a $250 a year price tag. So you will be paying an annual fee in order to gain and have access to those points. But if you are an active traveler and if you're trying to save up for a nice little getaway, this is a great credit card to multiply your bonus when it comes to your grocery shopping. Now, the next credit card, just to leave the American Express brand for a moment, is the Amazon Prime Rewards card. Now, this is a great credit card if you do 2 things. One of those is buy a lot of things on Amazon, and the second thing is shop exclusively at Whole Foods for your groceries. Because Amazon bought Whole Foods back in 2017, this card offers you 5% cash back on all of your grocery purchases at Whole Foods. It also provides you 5% cash back on all of your Amazon purchases. So if you find yourself buying a lot of stuff on Amazon and you constantly find yourself at Whole Foods buying groceries, this would be a great card for you to add to your wallet for those 2 categories of spending. One of the great things about this card as well is that it doesn't have an annual fee associated with it. So you get the 5% cash back on all Amazon purchases, as well as all of your grocery purchases at Whole Foods, and there's no annual fee tied to it. One of the cons that I do see of this credit card, though, is that it is a very specific credit card. This isn't a grocery-wide category. This is a Whole Foods specific category. So if you end up buying groceries outside of the Whole Foods brand, you're not going to be getting that 5% cash back. Another thing that I consider to be a con of this card is the fact that it gives you 5% cash back at Amazon. Now, this is just my personal opinion, but one of my goals in 2023 and beyond is to stop shopping for non-essentials on Amazon.com. Last year alone, I spent almost $3,000 buying things on Amazon, and I've just accumulated a ton of clutter and a ton of things that I don't need. For me personally, I like to support small businesses. I like to support my local community. And once I tallied up the number that I actually spent on Amazon, it just didn't align with what I consider to be important in my life. So my goal for 2023 and moving forward beyond this year is to not spend as much money on Amazon. I'm really only going to go to Amazon for things that I need really quickly that I know a local store near me might not have. But if there's something that I can take a little trip for, or I don't need immediately and I can go when the weekend comes, I'm going to choose to shop local for that and not turn directly to Amazon every time I need to buy something. So for me personally, the 5% at Amazon is great. But if I don't spend as much as I spent last year, which is my goal, and I continue to spend less and less as the years go by, then that 5% back at Amazon is not going to be as valuable as it might have been last year or the year before that. Now, the final card that I'm evaluating for my grocery purchases is the American Express Blue Cash Preferred. Now, this card offers 6% cash back at grocery stores, and that's every grocery store, Whole Foods and every other grocery store outside of the Whole Foods brands as well. So for me, being that I'm going to be spending around $10,000 a year on groceries, that's $600 cash back every single year that can go towards a vacation, a spa weekend, whatever I want at the end of the year. Knowing that I'm going to be buying groceries and spending that money anyway, I'm going to have $600 in my pocket ready to go towards whatever I need, but more importantly, whatever I want. Now, the con with this credit card is that there is a $95 annual fee that comes with it. While that's not the most expensive annual fee on an American Express credit card, it's also not cheap. At almost $100 a year, that cuts into my $600 expected cash back pretty significantly. But with the card offering other rewards, like 6% cash back on streaming services, 3% cash back on transit, and 3% cash back on gas, I am confident, having looked at my expenses previously, that those three categories and the percent cash back that I would redeem from them will cover that $95 a year fee. So after all of this evaluating, I am personally leaning towards the American Express Blue Cash Preferred credit card, but I am curious to hear your thoughts on which credit card you think is the best for grocery purchases. Leave your comments down below, and I'll be back here on this channel updating you once I do go through and get the credit card, because I haven't actually purchased it yet. I'm still in the evaluating stage, but I am setting up my wallet for Q2 and Q3 of 2023. So I'll be making another video about that in the future, updating you on which credit card I went with and what other credit cards are in my wallet for 2023 so that I can redeem the most back from these credit card companies as I go about my everyday spending. Hope you enjoy this video. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one.